and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create a 100% sweat-proof makeup look. This is how it turned out, and yes, I know it looks a little bit dramatic with the red lip, but of course you can also skip the lipsticks. It's totally up to you. So if you want to know how to create a 100% sweat-proof makeup look, you should definitely keep on watching. Normally I always start with the eyes and apply some eyeshadow, but today I just want to skip this part, so I will start with the rest of the face. Always make sure that I use the right primer, and today I'm using the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Smoothing Primer. This is a silicone texture primer and it makes all the foundations look very flawless and very good. And this also in the summertime when I'm sweating, but I'm always making sure that I only use a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. And for my foundation, I'm using the Catrice Poreless Perfection Mousse Foundation. Mine is in the shade 020. I've discovered this foundation recently and I did a whole review video on this foundation, so I will leave the video link down below. Definitely make sure you check it out if you consider buying this foundation. For me personally, this is the perfect foundation for summertime and when you're sweating, because it dries completely matte and it's also a poreless foundation. And that's 100% true because I've huge pores around my nose, and when I apply this foundation all the pores are gone. I did a 9-hour wear test where I was also sweating like hell and my pores haven't been visible the whole day long. I applied just with my fingers because, what was this? And I just applied with my fingers because that's how it works the best. I've also tried it with a beauty sponge, but this really doesn't work. The coverage of the foundation is light to medium, but I really like the result because my skin always looks very flawless but also very natural. So I just love this result, and my pores are completely gone. So this even works better than so many other pore minimizing primers that I have. This foundation really sinks into your skin and it stays there in place the whole day long, no matter if you're sweating or not. Let's move on to concealer, and here I'm taking the Liquid Camouflage Concealer from Catrice. Mine's in the shade 005. This might be a little bit too light for this foundation, but I'm going to use it anyways because this claims to be a waterproof foundation, and in my opinion that's true because it stays in place and it always looks good. It doesn't get into my fine lines when I'm setting it with a little bit of powder. So I'm using it today. And I also use a little bit on my forehead, the bridge of my nose and my chin. Because I know it's a little bit too light, but I will fix it in a second. And I will set everything in place with the Catrice Nude Illusion Powder. It's a fixing powder and that works perfectly in combination with the concealer because it sets the concealer in place and it helps to make the concealer stay in place the whole day long. I really avoid using eyeshadow or eyeliners when I'm sweating because I just want to keep everything away that might just slip around my face when I'm sweating. But of course, sometimes you just want to use eyeshadow or eyeliner, and today I'm using the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. I really have to admit that this is by far my favorite eyeliner of all time. I know I mention this in every second video, but it's true because it's very precise, 100% black, and sometimes it's also very hard to get it off because it's so 100% sweat proof and it just stays on the eyelids for literally forever. So I'm just lining my upper lash line and then I'm doing a little flick. So eyeliner is done, and of course we also want to use a mascara that stays in place even if it's humid outside and we are sweating. And I'm using the Catrice Cosmetics Glam and Doll False Lash Mascara. I bought this mascara a few weeks ago and I've also worn it when it was extremely hot outside, so I know that it works, that it will stay in place, and it also makes my lashes extremely beautiful. It separates the lashes and gives length and volume. So everything that I wanted in mascara. Let's move on to bronzer, and today I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really love this bronzer because it makes my skin always look very sun-kissed in a natural way, and it also stays in place. I know that it doesn't claim to be a waterproof one. I don't know if it's waterproof, but for me personally it's definitely sweat-proof because no matter how much I'm sweating, it always stays in place and it doesn't slip around my face or just gets away after a while. So I really love using this no matter in which season because that's definitely one of my favorite bronzers. If you're sweating, I would recommend powder products over cream products because when you're sweating and you have all these oils in your face, it's so much easier for cream products to just get off and slip around your face than powder products. Especially when your foundation is also not 100% sweat proof. And I also take a little bit of the bronzer for my eyelid, just apply with a bigger brush. That's definitely the easiest way to apply some eyeshadow. Of course, if it's the only eyeshadow that you want to apply. So this is super easy, super fast, so if you're in a rush and you don't want to spend hours on your eyeshadow look and you just want to have something natural, then you should definitely try this technique. Now moving on to blush, and here I'm taking the Catrice Strobing Blush in the shade 010 with Summer Peach. This is for me personally the perfect summer blush because it has 4 different shades, it's very natural, and I always swirl it around, just smile a little bit. And this is so beautiful because of course it has a beautiful color and it also has a little bit of a sheen in it. Nothing too special or dramatic, it's just a very natural and solid sheen. It's the perfect for the summertime. I've already worn this blush under very sweaty conditions because I had it on last year when I was invited to a wedding. And in the chapel it had about 40 degrees and we have been there for, I don't know, 1 hour or 2 hours, I don't know, it took forever, and then the rest of the day it was so extremely hot. But this blush looked so good, so natural, and it really didn't get off or wore off the whole day. So this is definitely my go-to blush for summertime. Even if I'm sweating, I always like to apply at least a little bit of highlighter. And today I'm using the Mega Glow Highlighter by Wet n Wild. And just apply a little bit onto the highest points of my face. I totally forgot to do my lower lash line. And here I'm taking, where is it, the same bronzer again. And I just apply a little bit underneath my lower lash line. Of course, it's definitely easier when you do this step before you apply your mascara. And now to fix all the makeup and to lock all the makeup into your skin, I'm taking the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray by Catrice. And even though this fixing spray gives me a little bit of a dewy finish, it never makes me look very glowy or too shiny because this dewiness of this fixing spray fades away after a while. So this isn't a problem, and another good thing is it's super refreshing, so perfect when you're sweating, and you can also put it into the fridge to make it extra refreshing. So let's move on to the lipstick. And I know that it can get challenging to find the right lipstick that stays on your lips no matter if you're sweating or not. And I personally have found my go-to lipstick that stays on my lips literally forever, and it's the Maybelline Super Stay lipstick in the shade Cherry Pie. It's a beautiful red lip gloss with also a lip balm on the other side. So guys, this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!